Welcome everyone to V8's Online's live coverage of the iRacing.com V8 Supercar Series, proudly presented by V8's Online Superstore, Direct Clutch Services and V8 Supercars Fan Group. Jay Kennedy and Stephen Sandman Clark, the old team's back together for tonight's round 2 from VIR. Sandman, good to have you back, mate.
Good to have you back in the commentary box too, mate. Ready for a new cracker season. We've already had round 1 and we'll quickly get on the way with our hot lap of VIR, considering poor old Muggo sitting out there overheating.
Yeah, I better start my car up.
Don't run out of fuel, mate. How are you finding the track, mate? We know you love this place.
Yeah, really good. Everything seemed to be clicking this season, and put out a good lap in quali, but not good enough for Sean Kelly at the moment. So I'll have to see if I can do something about that in this last quali session. All right,
go for it, Muggo.
Just balance the car down here in third gear. Nice tight apex, now just balance, waiting to the straight till you can feed it all on. Grab fourth and fifth. Go past the pits here. Now you're just finding your braking marker about the 5 marker. Hard on the brakes. I go back to first here just to get it turned. Short shift to second. Third as well, try and keep the car straight. Hit the limiter in third. Balance the car in, back to second. Wait again for the throttle. Pick it up, shortly in third. Back to second. Now you got to hit all these apexes here, because if you miss them, it just ruins your lap. Wait to get a good run through these S's. And up the back straight. Coming up to the best part of the track. Through these high speed S's. Get some air through here, 6th gear, little lift, back to 5th for the right hander, top of the crest, back to 4th for the left, feed the power on. And normally I'm in that fence on the left there, but kept it on the track. Try and get a nice straight exit on this back straight. And if you lose time there, you just lose it the whole way down here. You have a nice little relax here. Have a look at the birds flying over the back straight as you go. Big braking into here. Hard on the brakes, almost 100% brake percentage. Back to second gear, keep it in tight on this ripple strip. Feed the power on, short shift to second. Wait for it before you can hit the limiter in third. Again, just float the car through these apexes. Took a bit too much of that curve. Feed the power on, up to 4th. And then towards the line.
Nice lap, mate. Nice lap. Me and Sandman both be happy with that.
Oh, you're not wrong.
Actually register a time. Can't see a time, sorry.
Oh, there's a few off tracks in there. I think it was a 50.3.
I'll take that. I'll take anything in the 150s. I'm that slow at the moment, so...
Mate, you know what it's like. We're males, we can only do one thing at a time, so you can't be fast and talk about it.
I can't be fast full stop, so it doesn't matter.
How have you found it, Muggo, this week? I don't know about you, but for me, this is probably arguably one of the trickiest tracks on iRacing.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's one of those tracks that you love or you hate, and fortunately, I like it. It suits me, and it's a good challenge. But yeah, if you get one thing wrong, there's big consequences, and you're either in the fence or you've dumped a lot of time. So yeah, no, it's a really good track. I enjoy it. It's good fun getting the car set up for here and trying to be consistent during the race.
Now, plan for the race, of course, endurance race tonight. Early pit stop, late pit stop, 2 tyres, 4 tyres?
4 tyres. Quite a bit of fuel we need here, so it's a fairly long stop. Pit crew have been out all week practicing, so they're primed, ready to go. Just try and get in as soon as you can, get the fuel, get on the new tyres, and hopefully come out in the lead.
It's been a good start to the season for you, mate. A good result last week, and currently sitting P2 before we head into final qualifying. It certainly does make things a lot easier when you have a good start to a season.
Yeah, absolutely. The last few seasons, I've had a bit of fairly average starts of the season, and Madison's been able to run away with it. So trying to stop that this season, trying to get some good early results, and hopefully take it to him all the way to the end.
Well, mate, we might let you go and get ready for qualifying. We're not far away, so good luck. Hopefully you can find a bit of extra time, but not much in it.
Yeah, he's a jet this week, Sean Kelly. He was quick last week too, so yeah, I'm going to be up against it, that's for sure. But we'll give it a go. We might lose a bit of SR trying, but anyway, we'll go for pole, hey?
All in, mate. Go for it.
That's
Good
it.
luck.
Cheers, fellas. Have a good call.
Good luck, Margo. See you, mate.
See you.
I've just been talking about qualifying this week. It is very, very close and good to see a different name up the front. Sean Kelly at the moment provisional pole, and pretty sure looking back he's never had pole position before.
It's actually pretty good. I've had a quick look through the order, and actually there's a few names up there that we're not quite familiar with. Well, when I say familiar with, we are familiar with the names, but maybe not quite in those point standings. But like I said, Kelly in first. Good run by Matthew Nethercote there in fifth place at the moment. Dean O'Brien in eighth place. So there's a bit of a mix-up for VIR, which is pretty good.
Yeah, really good to see. A lot of guys, this is a track you either absolutely love or you absolutely hate. There's no in-between at this track. So really looking forward to this race. It should be very, very close.
Yeah, and the boys will have their work cut out for them too. 30 laps around this racetrack, and we were just touched on that. It is probably one of the most difficult tracks in iRacing. So plenty of undulations and bumps and crests, and really you throw in this race distance, and of course a bit of fuel strategy or pit strategy there. I think we're in for an absolute cracker.
And just looking at Sean Kelly's best starting position is second, so if he does manage to start it from the front, that will be the first time ever for him in a main race. Go to the championship standings after 1 week. Of course, Madison Down leading the championship from Justin Ruggier, Josh Muggleton, Sean Kelly, Lee Day, Tony Autry, Renz Brookman, Lee Ellis, Leighton Fine, Michael Fabian, then Leighton Fine, the top 10. Of course, still a long way to go in this championship, very, very early, but Madison Down starting it off the way you want with the win week 1.
That's exactly right, and something that we touched on last week is that Madison was creeping towards the 8,000 mark in iRating, and I believe he did that for the lead up to this race. So brilliant effort for Madison Down to have such a brilliant iRating too coming into this round.
Only the third driver in the world to make that 8,000 mark. He's actually on exactly 8,000 now, and the first Australian and only the second currently active driver to do that, behind probably the best sim racer in the world in Greta Hutu. We're not far away from qualifying. Apologies for my croaky voice. I've got a new microphone and I'm not feeling all that great, so we'll push on. Sounds terrible, but Sandman's here to cover me tonight. It's great.
You sounded good. We're just all a little bit depressed that you've broken the V8's online budget now because you went out and bought a new headset.
It didn't cost that much. Depends, if my voice sounds better, it probably cost enough, but if it didn't, it's probably a waste of money, I guess. Apparently I sound more like a man, so I don't know how that works, but anyway. Take more than a microphone for me to sound like a man. And of course, VIR last season probably saw one of the most controversial starts to a race we've ever seen. Just Madison Down starting from pole, forgot to put it in first gear, and we saw cars on their roof taking to the grass. It was probably the most exciting start we've ever seen.
And something that Madison hasn't lived down and probably never will. We were having a quick chat to Muggo off air, and he said that he's breathing a sigh of relief this week because he's actually, for the moment, he's qualified in front of him, so he doesn't have to worry about Madison putting it in gear this time.
Hopefully he does remember, because we don't want to see another one of those, because that was definitely devastating, I guess, for him. Controversial, and it almost changed the championship. Waiting for pictures to come through from qualifying. The session is now all systems go. Not far away from getting pictures through. Yeah, as you may or may not have been watching just before, we did have our first test live on YouTube. We will continue to test over the coming days, and we'll decide whether we switch or whether we stay here on Twitch. Not sure what we're going to do yet, but we'll go and we'll have a debrief after this broadcast. Work out which way we will go. So we'd love your feedback on which you prefer, which one was easier for you. Did you struggle to find the stream if you were looking for it? All of those bits of info. So if you can let us know what you thought, please do. It's just about to come through from this final qualifying session. We won't be missing too much with the long lap. We should still see all the drivers on their out laps, so we won't be missing anything with the slight delay.
It's actually an interesting point that you bring in because, speaking of such a long lap when it's a hot lap, when these guys decide to have their out lap and then have a red hot go, if that lap doesn't sort of go to plan, or if they have an off track, they certainly do burn a lot of time just starting back from pit lane and working their way around to start their hot lap again.
If you do a slow out lap, it takes you about 3 minutes, so that basically gives you 4 realistic attempts at getting a lap in. So qualifying earlier in the week is definitely going to be an advantage for most of these guys. We've got our current pole sitter on screen, Sean Kelly, saying before it'd be fantastic for him to grab a pole position. Never been on pole in an official V8 Supercar main race before. Started second twice, but no pole position.
He'll certainly be chuffed with the effort, and there's been a lot of talk about just how quick the lap is. It's a pretty impressive lap he's put down. His fastest one for the week, 48.656. And that's over Josh Muggleton's 48.714. Then the next one back is Madison down, I guess a long way back for what we're used to. Him with a 49.108.
We'll go to Josh Muggleton, first driver to start his flying lap. Currently P2 for Muggleton. 48.7 his best lap for the week, so doesn't have much to gain. But it's enough to almost make you depressed.
Yeah, he's grabbing a lot of curb there too, but hasn't caught him out.
Kelly's already aborted his lap behind. Not happy with the turn 1, but look at the commitment from Muggleton. Yes, is the most fun part of this track, especially if you can keep it open. He's cut that corner very aggressively.
Yep, and I think that'll be the end of it. No, it looks like he may still be going on with
continue on, yep.
Nah.
Oh, not anymore. Wayne Burke next. Current best lap 150.5. Wayne's turning into a bit of a regular now in our broadcast. He runs a bit wide at Oak Tree
to the
car
fence.
ahead. The fence as well. Everyone in the fence at Oak Tree. Of course, sadly, Oak Tree, the actual tree itself is no longer there, but
yeah, a bit of it was unfortunate for the circuit to lose that tree. That tree's been there such a long time, and it was just unfortunate. It was just bad weather. It wasn't something that the circuit owners or anything want removed. It was just a misfortune with some bad weather.
apparently the tree had looked like it would be going to fall for years, and they'd been working to make sure it stayed there, and big wind gust and down she went, and sadly that's the end of Oak Tree. But I believe the tree is going to live on. They're going to do something with it, whether it be trophies or whether it will be built into something else. So fingers crossed they plant another one.
Yeah, it's just a shame. It's just one of those things that was just such a signature thing for VIR, but at the end of the day it was out of everyone's hands. But nevertheless, no doubt the memory will live on. Like you said, they plan to do something with it.
Black crosses the line, doesn't improve a 151.1 just like a 150.5, so fair way off the pace, half a second, but you can lose that quite easily at this track. We've got a Sean Kelly about to start a flying lap. Interesting noticing in the qualifying list the name that's missing tonight, Justin Ruggier, not out on track at the moment, not in this session, so we're not sure if he'll be running or not this week.
Yeah, and also noticeable too, it looks like Madison Down was in the session, but doesn't look like he's around at the moment either. So, but Justin has put down a time. He's fourth fastest at the moment with 49.361. So, who knows? Maybe he's concentrating on a bit of race setup.
Not online at the moment, so we may not see Justin out on track tonight.
Oh, looks like he took a bit of curve there.
He's pushing on though, so mustn't have cost him any time. That first sector, very, very quick. Oh, just keeps it on the track at Oak Tree. This is a committed lap here from Sean Kelly. Looks great.
Yeah, he's certainly been hooked up all week. The car's really performing, handling really well, and he's got a little bit of time up his sleeve over Muggleton, but you never want to snooze a little bit in these last session, because we've seen it time and time again where pole can get taken away, or he gets a little bit crossed up coming into the braking marker there.
Muggo's the best at it too. He's the one man in this session that can pull out a time at the last second to take it away.
I thought he was going to run right there.
Driving.
He did a real good job. I was just waiting for him to understeer and touch the grass there, but a brilliant effort. It'll be good to see what time he gets as he crosses the line.
Oh, close. 48.7, so 10th away from his PB, but that would be enough to put him in third place anyway. So that lap from Kelly, that wasn't a one-off. He's on it this week.
Yeah, it's good to see it. And like Muggo was saying, and you said yourself, Jay, it's one of those racetracks you either love or hate. And I've got a feeling he actually loves this joint.
Well, if he didn't, he will now.
That's right.
Muggleton about to finish. Looking to find a 10th. Oh, and he does.
Nice.
He's stolen it away. There's new pole position from Josh Muggleton. It's back on Sean Kelly now.
Oh, the pressure switches over to Kelly. Kelly's time for the week was a 48.656, and Muggo just punched out a 6.29. So you touched on it, Jay. You said that Muggo's sort of famous for doing it in the last session, and sure enough, that's what he does.
So Marlon McMullen starting his flying lap.
Marlon, another one that's had pretty good pace all through the week, really enjoying the racetrack, and I think he had a couple of issues last week, but spent quite a few hours in the sim just trying to get things sorted. Looks like he's got it all done and dusted, because he's fairly happy with it. Currently sitting 7th place in qualifying at the moment, and hoping to improve in this session.
Yeah, he had good pace in the early race. He was in P3 for a lot of the race, and then right on cue, as Sandman talked about, into the fence he goes. So even when we're not broadcasting the main race, we've still got the commentator's curse happening. Sorry, Marlon, it wasn't me, it was Sandman.
Yeah, thanks for putting me in the hot water there, mate. Thanks.
No worries, mate. That's what I'm here for. His best time for the week of 49.690. Just here was where he lost it. Got it all crossed up in the rear, and he's committed.
Oh! That was lucky there. Mark just moved out of the way, but yeah, not real happy with that.
That's the end of that lap. Sean Kelly about to start a flying lap. We're looking at the first checkpoint, need to be in the mid 42s at the first checkpoint. We'll see that when they come under the bridge after the S's here.
Looks like he's aborted already.
Already out.
It's one of those.
Such a long track, you have to do that.
Yeah, it's one of those deals, isn't it, where he's just got to find, like we're not even. What are we talking? We're not even talking half a tenth or something. It's just, it's so incredibly close to time that he has to find. And yeah, it's exactly right. If he doesn't quite hit the first sector, then you may as well just abort and get on with it.
Dave Oliver next. Current best lap, a 51.6, a little bit off the pace this week. Oh, all crossed up through the S's. Coming up to Oak Tree.
He's got a little bit of traffic to contend with. Actually, what could benefit him here is a little bit of a draft actually down this straight. It's like Des Hallam in front of him.
Okay, now Desi more than likely won't be racing. Don't know why he's actually in the session, but we'll find out later. Oh. It all wide at the end of the lap through the final corner. That's a big improvement from Oliver. Lap time won't count though. Apologies, we're just having some issues with the overlays on the screen at the moment. Back up again. Go to Tony Ortridge next. Or not. Outlap for Tony.
I think Sean Kelly may be on a hot lap.
Yeah, Sean Kelly's just started, yep. Justin Madison Down still hasn't left the pits yet. Ended that lap already.
We're slightly running out of time. 14 minutes gone in this session out of a 20-minute session. So if the guys don't sort of put it together, they really need to dart back to the pits like we touched on. Such a long racetrack, and you know, it's valuable to have fresh tyres on it. There's no point sort of getting on with it and just starting another lap. So that's exactly what these boys are doing.
Got Paul Rogers next. Of course, he's not actually a privateer, part of OSR. Those really, really nice looking fin car liveries. And thanks to the guys at OSR for putting together Race of Champions a couple of weeks ago. I know we haven't really talked about it since we've finished that, Sam, but that was a blast.
Race of Champions never does disappoint, does it? And for such a worthy cause for the last couple of seasons now, we've always sort of bounded together and to see what we could donate for Kent's Council and of course Glenn McGrath Foundation this time round. And yeah, spectacular event, and everyone involved really needs to take their hat off because that was really good fun.
Already been planned, the next one, I know, so believe it or not, we're 10 weeks away from it and it's already in progress, already been planned, so can't wait for it. Josh Muggleton about to start another flying lap.
He's got a little bit of traffic and that hasn't worked out well for him. He's going to abort straight away.
He'll probably have one chance now. Sean Kelly's coming into the roller coaster on his outlap, so he's not far away from getting his lap going. Dale Niche starting a lap though for Race on Oz. New liveries for those guys this season. Hey mate, Graham Filan, Bones. No Bones personally, very into his sim racing. Been racing all different sorts of sims for quite a while. Got into iRacing after I got into it, so he been in it now for a while. Come and had a go on my 3 screens, and then decided he wanted 3 for himself. I think know someone else here that might have done the same, Sam man.
Yeah. Mate, once you get a taste of 3 screens, you can't look back.
Got to talk that McLeod fella into having a go again. Personal best for Bones there, 51.3, good lap. Josh Muggleton's now had enough, he's done. Sean Kelly will have one more attempt, as will Lee Day. This will be his last chance unless he aborts very early.
Oh, he's had a big moment, sorry. Lee Day's had a big moment going into turn 1 and off onto the grass.
Might have enough time to get back around again. There's this Muggo who's limping around there to try. He's going to try and get right at the start-finish line right at the exact moment. Dave Oliver's just punched out a PB for the week, a 150.3, but Sean Kelly weaving down the straight.
So Sean Kelly may be having a bit of internet drama there too. His ping's right through the roof at over 600, so hopefully that hangs in there. Never good
for your lap. Never good for your qualifying time to have internet dramas.
So under 2 minutes.
Stabilising a bit.
Sorry, mate. Under 2 minutes left in the session. So these guys, this is pretty much their last shot at it now.
This is Kelly's last attempt to steal pole back. Won't be able to go again.
So it pretty much has to be perfect without stating the obvious. His time he needs to beat. Josh Muggleton's punched out a 148.629 for the current pole position. And Sean Kelly's now just got to put everything together, not sort of worried. Oh, he's run wide, that's it. It's over, and he'll dart off into the tyre barrier. And unfortunately, after such a good week of qualifying, he gets nabbed in the last session.
Muggleton now into the roller coaster, 40 seconds to go, so he'll be about to start his final flying lap. He'll probably feel a little bit better now knowing what's happened to Sean.
Yeah, and no doubt the TTR boys usually have a spotter on the night, so their spotters would have seen that and probably got into Muggo's ear, but he'll have a red hot go anyway and just see if you can just rub more salt into the wounds.
Well, one thing about Muggo, he does go all out. No matter what it is, he'll be giving it his hardest, so even if you had pole by a second, I think he'd still be trying to beat it. With 10 seconds left in the session, guys are on their final attempts now. A little bit sideways there.
He's not afraid to grab some of those curbs either. He's having a red hot go.
See where this lap stands through here. No, he's not on it. About half a second off the pace. He's done enough.
Oh, that's it. At the end of the day, he's punched out a time that was good enough to grab pole. Unfortunately, things didn't go Sean Kelly's way.
Graham Filan's still on a lap. Not sure if he's crossed the start-finish line in time, though. Very, very close. Got a few internet issues as well. Maybe the night for it tonight.
Don't tell Madison Down that.
Dave Oliver, big moment. And he's just going to turn the rest of this lap into a drift session, I think. That was a good catch. Only just pulled that up.
Yeah, just enough to shake the old heart rate monitor up.
Through Hogpen as well. The final corner, Hogpen. He's also got it all lit up. They're going to practice pit entry. That's the end of the session. And a great session at that. Run through the results from this session. Josh Muggleton steals pole away at the last minute. The 148.6. John Kelly didn't improve on his best time for the week, but will start from P2 with a 48.7 in this session. Lee Day with a 49.5. Tony Ottridge a 49.9. Oliver and Ford also improved their times, as did Simon Black and Paul Rogers. Also Graham Filand also improved his time, but interesting that no Madison Down, no Josh Muggleton. So they will start 3rd and 4th in the race tonight.
Or Justin Ruggier even.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Sorry. Sorry, Justin. Too many antibiotics.
We still love you, Justin. Don't worry, mate.
Well, we might wrap it up. We'll be back in about 7 minutes' time for the race. You're watching V8's Online's live coverage of the iRacing.com V8 Supercar official online series, proudly presented by V8's Online Superstore, Direct Clutch Services, and V8 Supercars Fan Group.